Got a call from my mom a few years back. She said, your dad's had a terrible accident. My dad had climbed up on an apple tree, 18 feet. He's picking apples up there. 18 feet. Old man up in a tree. Picking apples, throwing them to my teenage cousin on the ground. My teenage cousin on the ground, who should have been in the tree, was catching the apples and putting them in an apple basket. My dad figured if he could pick a whole lot of apples and throw them faster than my cousin could catch them and put them, then he could repeatedly hit my cousin. And they got laughing. Well, my dad was. Grabbed a rotten limb. It snapped off. He went backwards off the branch, 18 feet to the ground. Old paratrooper, he managed to land on his side, shattered his pelvis. Had him in surgery for 4 hours, screwing him back together. My mom finally got a hold of me much, much later. I said, can I talk to him? He was awake, out of surgery and awake by then. She said, yeah, I think so. Hey, students, I want you to know I love my mom and dad. I'm a kid who has always loved his mom and dad, and never a moment in my life have I questioned if my parents love me. I always loved them so much. But I also want you to tell you this. My dad and I didn't say those 3 words. I love you. We didn't say those 3 words. And I've wondered why, because I always said those words to my boys, and they to their children, and now I to my grandchildren. And now my dad and I, these days, we talk a couple times a week. We never end a conversation without saying, I love you, Dad, or I love you, son. But all those years, we didn't say that. I said to my mom, can I talk to him? She said, yeah, I think so. And then I heard him say, hi, Bob, 2 syllables. And I heard the pain in my dad's voice. I'd never heard pain in my dad's voice before. I said, Dad, I'm so sorry about this. He said, well, thanks, Bob. I said, I heard you were up pretty high. He said, you have no idea how high. I thought he was going to tell me about how his skin was heating up as he came through the atmosphere back down to earth. I said, Dad, I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could say to make you feel better. He said, well, thanks, Bob. And then I realized, hey, students, you know this. Life is short. Could have lost him. And I said those 3 words so long overdue. I said, Dad, walk it off. Which got him laughing pretty good, by the way. Apparently it really hurts to laugh with a crotch full of screws. Which is a phrase you don't often hear at a conference like this, I might add. But hey, might not have ended that way. I might have said, I love you, Dad, and if I had, I know he would have said, well, you have no idea how much I love you.